So tell me, Ash, what's been going on when you've been on course?
I've definitely been struggling with distance control. I think it's the main thing.
Okay. Kind of the same thing. You have to come almost a little bit from the outside to make up for that alignment being just a little bit right. See how the hands push in just a hair? Obviously from here, it's gonna go this way, not, it's not gonna push over. I want you to try to do this though. So when you go back, I want you to try to make sure this chest doesn't go backwards.
Milwaukee's own Skip Kendall.
Skip Kendall.
Skip Kendall is 5 under today.
At the 9th. Chips in for birdie. He's tied for 3rd, 2 shots off the lead.
All right, here we are. We're on the makeshift wedge range. I have towels set up in 10-yard increments out there starting at 30 yards up to 70. And then I have 3 of the nets out there at 80, 90, and 100. Asher's gonna, start hitting some shots. He's gonna give me some feedback as he goes, what's been going on when he's been on course. And I'm gonna do some videoing too, and we're gonna see where he's at and see, based off his feedback and where the video what the video shows, if we can make some improvements today. So tell me, Ash, what's been going on when you've been on course? How has the wedge play been? Just give me feedback, of what's been going on lately.
Yeah, I've definitely been struggling with distance control. I think it's the main thing.
Okay. A certain yardage or just mainly just all of these wedges?
Everything.
Okay, okay.
Trying to figure out a system, I think, is the most important thing right now.
Of course, yeah. Well, you know me, I'm
Yeah.
huge on the system. So what system have you been using, or if any, right now?
I've been trying to kind of do body parts.
Body parts. So body parts with what, on one of your hands, or?
No, more like hip, torso, chest.
So where you get to?
Where the hands get to.
Right. Okay. So where the hands get to. So almost kind of a clock system,
Yeah.
but only with where your hands are.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you feel like that's working, or is it more the impact really?
I think it has something to do with both. Yeah.
Okay.
Likewise, I think I'm just kind of over it. Taking big divots, not really accurate.
Okay, all right. Well, again, I'm gonna let you go just a little bit here. I'm gonna video some. We'll hit a bunch of different shots so I can get some video from different lengths and what you're trying to do. So when you try to go, so when you're hitting a 30-yard shot, as you go, just keep going, but just tell me what you're doing, like where you're trying to get it to, what you're trying to do, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So this 30-yard shot, so where are you trying to bring it?
Kind of torso.
Okay. Just above the belt line? Okay. Okay, so let's just jump up to the pink towel at 50.
Okay.
So 50-yard shot. So 50 yards, what are you trying to do?
50. It's probably just kind of armpit, just below the shoulder.
Armpit, okay. All right, let's jump up to, let's go 20-yard increments right now, 70. I just want to get some of these on video and then, just kind of check out where you are.
70 is like kind of just at the start, just above shoulder, kind of.
Okay. And this wedge is your 56. Okay, let me just show you a couple of things going on right now. 30-yard shot right here. Shoulders look pretty square to the line, right?
Yeah.
Feet look way closed. It looks like your lower body is aimed somewhere about 5 to 10 yards right of the target. That could lead to kind of an over-the-top, start right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's play it all the way through. Obviously this shot is not so prevalent in that.
Just kind of compensating for the line.
I think so, just a little bit. And then a little bit of left arm chicken wing going through there. The theme, here's 50 yards. Kind of the same thing, you have to come almost a little bit from the outside to make up for that alignment being just a little bit right. See how the hands push in just a hair? So again, we can go, this is probably going to 70. And that, the longer the shot is, I think the more you can see it, right? And that's why I wanted to hit a bunch of different shots. Okay, so let's just start with pure alignment first, and then we'll go from there. So let's get this down. So I just want you just parallel left. So really make sure your lower body and your feet line are lined up now to where that alignment rod is. And from there, you know, do what you're doing, but now I don't think you're gonna have to come over the top. So take it up to the top. And this is your 30 right here, right? So obviously from here, it's gonna go this way, not, you know, it's not gonna push over. Funny, you hit it a little left. That was good, but yes, but let's get it online, even though, because now you don't need to pull it back online. You know what I mean? All right, let me get this on video. All right, let me show you. Hands are just pushing in just a little bit there, but as you can see, much better though. So look at your feet. Look at compared to where they were. I mean, your feet were like angled, you know, like I said, 5-10 yards right of target, which was just getting you just basically out of sync, out of, you know, where you should be. No doubt. Okay, let's go right now. I want to go all the way up to 70 though, because I want to make sure the longer shot is where we need it to be. And I'm going to hold your head down. You go ahead and do it though. Go ahead and swing. I love that. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. A couple of things we're gonna try. We've done this before.
Yep.
Teeing the ball up, you gotta pick it off the tee now, and you're almost gonna try to hit a little bit of a low draw. So that club cannot come from the outside. You've gotta try to shallow that club and pick it off the tee. Exactly. A little more rounded than what you've been doing instead of so on top. I'm gonna do some other things with this thing too. So just make a practice swing and feel that club coming from the inside, so you're not gonna hit on top of it. And you need to pick it off that tee. So this is two things in one here. So you've got to learn to shallow that club, drop the hand straight down. Yeah, exactly. But stay in your angles, chest over the ball. Oh, that was so good right there. So watch these hands come straight down. Look at how you're shallowing the club. I'd like you to stay in the shot just a little bit better though, but that was awesome. So now instead of your hands almost like being in control, because you were doing this, you were this way, going this way. So now you're here. Now that you're going this way, now your hands aren't working quite as much going through. So now you've got to rotate a little bit harder. Square that club up, you know. Get that lead hand going down and into the ball. Good. That's bravo. Obviously we had to work on some stuff, you know, before you would even start, you know, the towel work. We want to make sure that everything is in place. You can't just work on the towels if everything's not firing on all cylinders, you know. So obviously your feet were 5 to 10 yards right of target. And so consequently, when you made a backswing and then downswing, you were over the top, coming, you know, steep on top of it. And you were so on top of it that you're kind of hitting thin, you know, you're catching ball first, but then thin, the divots were then steep after, which just wasn't leading to very good, you know, shots that certainly we want to hit with wedges. So obviously working the ball on the tee, getting the club a little bit more from the inside. You would have whacked this stick every single time coming down in it when you first got here, right? So it's just making sure that you can, you know, shallow the club out just a little bit more and then just rotate, you know. Now it's time to get to work.